You can earn money for college, learn career skills, and make friendships that last a lifetime. Make a difference. Choose your future. Choose AmeriCorps.
Just pull your chair up close to your radio. Tune it up good and loud. Tune it up good and loud. Tune it up good and loud.
Good morning, Captain.
Like to check your licenses, boys.
Good morning to you.
Live all across Big Sky Country, it's the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. The Montana Outdoor Radio Show is brought to you statewide by Missoula Chevrolet, home of the official truck of the captain, Vibrant Hearing, Warrior Boats, Tire-Rama, Gretz RV and Marine, and by Placer Motors, your local Subaru dealer in Helena. And now, from the command center, here's the captain and his crew on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Yeah, you can't get rid of me. I'm back again.
Dang it.
Hey, let's check your weather forecast for northeast Montana this morning. Looks like this today, mostly cloudy, slight chance of showers, highs near 80. Tonight, partly cloudy, lows in the mid to upper 50s. Sunday, mostly clear, highs in the 80s. Labor Day, looking at mostly clear, highs in the mid to upper 80s, lows in the, upper 50s. Now, remember, gang, you can always get the latest in outdoor news, detailed weather forecasts, and a link to this week's Montana Outdoor Podcast. That's featuring the Whitefish Whisperer, Ross Tate. Ross is called that for a reason. He is real good at catching huge whitefish on Flathead Lake, which pound for pound are one of the hardest fighting fish in Montana. And also, one of the best things about having Ross on is he's more than happy to share his secrets. And he did so right here on this podcast, sharing his secrets about how to catch those wonderful fish.
This particular setup yesterday, I was tied straight to the braided line, and I caught probably 30 by myself in a few hours. And I have used a lot of lures, and I'll show you pictures or videos of all the different lures made for whitefish jigging, and you can catch them.
Yes, that and more is awaiting for you. Links are right there on the go-to website, MontanaOutdoor.com.
And the Rigger Cast this time around brought to you by Vibrant Hearing. Back with the captain and the week in review in 30 seconds.
You would do anything to prevent dementia, but are you doing everything? This year, give yourself more time. Learn how the medical treatment of hearing loss can reduce your risk of dementia, keep you engaged with your loved ones, and reconnect you to life. The folks at Vibrant Hearing can help with your hearing loss and show you how treating hearing loss is also reducing your risk of dementia. For better hearing, go to vibranthearing.com.
Hey, friends, in Helena, be sure to shop Capital Sports. They are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing.
Very pleasant good morning, live and direct from the Labor Day weekend Fort Peck headquarters. I'm the captain, along with the crew who are in the Labor Day weekend command center. The director. Good morning, director.
Good morning, Captain.
We have Miguel Lee, who is manning the phones. Kokanee Quinn will be cooking up her favorite Labor Day weekend recipe. I don't know what that is, but she'll be cooking it up, and you'll find out later on in the show. And we have, yes, sirree, Downrigger Dale is risen again, and he is back for another go-around. And how you doing today, Downrigger?
Well, I'm feeling pretty good, Captain. I'm just happy to be here. Very happy to be with my crew again.
Nice.
Oh, and we feel the same way.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. I was waiting for...
Sorry, I missed my cue.
Yeah, waiting for anyone to really give a damn about it. That's fine.
Yeah, you got to make sure you read the cue cards there, Director.
Yes, sir. I will do that the rest of the show, Captain. I promise.
Please try to sound sympathetic.
And we feel the same way.
When Downrigger says, I'm happy to be back, and you say, and we're happy to have you back, Downrigger.
Yeah, I do miss the morning sponge baths at the St. Patrick's Hospital. But apparently they have, the gals that had to do that, they have given them a couple weeks off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Apparently there's a little trauma involved there. But
The kind of hazard,
health days.
give them hazard pay.
yeah. But yeah, I'm squeaky clean and happy to be here.
You know, it's the only sponge bath where you have to wear a hazmat suit to be able to do it.
You missed a spot.
Yeah, that's great. So this is Labor Day week. It surprises me, and maybe Director can enlighten me a little bit on this, or somebody, Kokanee. I know Downrigger can't. Why is this? This is kind of an early Labor Day because normally it's like the first weekend in September. Now I realize September 1st is going to be Monday. Is this unusual?
Well, it's always the first Monday of September.
It's just the way the calendar goes. It's as early as it can be.
Yeah.
You know what I do miss is when I ask Director a question that Downrigger actually answers it. So I do miss that about it.
I've been gone for a while, so I like to butt in and just, be heard.
I feel the same way, Captain.
Get used to it. I'm back.
Yeah. So, fishing over here at Fort Peck it continues to be phenomenal. Now, I'm going to put a little asterisk on that. When I say phenomenal, I'm saying the salmon fishing some days are a little bit of a grind. Like Kathy and Jody Goodman, Kathy gives away that hat during trivia. They've had grind for the fishing, but yesterday they did pretty darn good. They caught, I think, 6 or 7, and that's a really great day on the pond for salmon, for Chinook salmon. And, they're up early. I think they're going to take the day off today. They fish quite a bit. They're going to be here for the most part in September because Kathy is now retired from her teaching job in Great Falls. So they're going to have a pretty good time in September. But there's going to be a lot of people on the water today. That's one of the things that I'm going to do, and the crew's going to take the show the rest of the way. I'm going to be fishing with Kenny Alt and his girlfriend Amy out there for salmon today. And we're going to see if we can't get some salmon. Don Wilkins texted me. He said they were 5 for 6 yesterday. There was another one. I talked to Don Jameson this morning. He said that he saw on Facebook that somebody caught a boat caught 10 yesterday. So hopefully the salmon bite will continue to get better and continue to be as good as it was yesterday throughout the next week or so. It has been kind of a grind for folks. I don't know why. I mean, sometimes you go out there, and of course, in the old days, you used to catch. If you caught 1, it was a good day. 2 was a real good day, and 3 was a phenomenal day. Now the bar has been raised by all these guys like Don Wilkins and the Slayer and everybody that's out there, and the Goodmans. Now, if you don't catch 5 or 6, it's you're expecting to catch 5 or 6, and it just doesn't happen every day.
Yeah. Hey, Captain, does Kathy and Jody, do they ever get sick of you following them around real close all the time?
I don't follow them around, but it's pretty easy to see them because Kathy wears a brighter shirt than the people that are working the roads. You can see her from miles away. Just like, remember when we were fishing out of Hell Creek and we were fishing for walleyes or something, and we were at the cleaning station, and somebody came up to us and said, I was fishing, and we said, well, we caught some walleyes, and they said, well, you don't need to tell us where you're at because we could see you about a mile away with those bright orange shirts that you're wearing.
Yeah,
And that's kind of the way Kathy is, yeah.
Captain and I dress alike
Jody
when we
always
fish
wears,
together.
That's nice.
Jody wears kind of a camouflage type deal, so it's a little bit tougher to see him. But Kathy stands out pretty good. That's the Goodmans, and I don't follow them around because they catch quite a few of their fish on dipsy divers, and they got to let those out quite a ways. And I'm not really going to follow them around to get tangled up. And I already know them. Now, if I didn't know them, then I would get tangled up with them, so I get to know them.
Too close.
So anyway, that's what's going on here. Walleye bite is great too. Joe Mullane, his wife Renita, and Cameron went out. They caught their 15 walleyes yesterday. They're going to do it again today. We're going to have big fish fry here Sunday night at the headquarters. It's Labor Day weekend, folks, and the boys and girls at the crew at the command center are going to take it the rest of the way. Have yourself a good show, everybody. Let's get a report from Greg Lemon from Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks.
Morning, Captain. Monday starts bird season for grouse, mourning doves, partridge, fall turkey, and snipe. And as always, make sure you know your regulations, particularly with fall turkey and where it's open. Archery hunters have one more week to wait until general archery season opens on September 6th. If you're hunting sage grouse this year, remember you need a free supplemental sage grouse hunting permit. These free permits can be acquired anywhere you get your license. The free permits are required this year for sage grouse hunters to allow FWP to follow up with hunters to see about their success. This information helps us track sage grouse harvest and population numbers. Also, as hunters take to the field, it's a good time to remind folks that September is bear aware month in Montana. Much of Montana is grizzly bear country, and as populations continue to expand both in numbers and distribution, so does the potential for conflicts. When you're hunting this fall, remember to hunt with a partner, watch close for bear sign, avoid areas where bears may be concentrated like creek bottoms with lots of chokecherries and carcasses. Let people know where you're going and carry bear spray in a way that keeps it accessible and ready to deploy. During Bear Aware Month, FWP will be holding or participating in several Bear Aware events around the state, so be on the lookout for one in your area. Well, that's it for this week. Thanks, Captain.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, ooh, pump it up, pump it up.
Before you head to the lake, you've got to make a stop at your local Town Pump. Right now, Twisted Tea 12-pack's only $17.99. Plus, Pump It Up members save an additional $2, only $15.99. Town Pump, convenient and right down the road.
Town Pump, right down the road. Pump it up, oh yeah.
First Security Bank wants you to know when it comes time to buy a car, pickup, boat, snowmobile, or ATV, you just see the folks at First Security Bank. Multiple locations in the Missoula and Bitterroot Valleys. You won't have to camp out to get service with First Security Bank. Member FDIC. And straight ahead on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show, Placer Motors statewide trivia with Downrigger Dale. What might the topic be this hour, Downrigger?
Topic of this hour's question is, oh man, you mean Uncle Sam meant to have it happen that way?
We will see if we can make you a winner right after this on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Attention anglers, when it comes to fishing, only one name stands above the rest: Warrior Boats. Built by fishermen for fishermen, Warrior Boats deliver unmatched stability, performance, and reliability in any waters. From tournament days to quiet mornings, Warrior Boats are designed to help you conquer the water with ease. Built tough and built right. Built for warriors like you. Find your ultimate fishing machine today at warriorboatsinc.com. Warrior Boats. Go farther, fish longer, and own the Montana waters. If you love getting out of Montana's lakes and rivers, you know how special our waters are. But pests like zebra mussels and Eurasian watermill foil can harm fishing and boating opportunities.
You can help protect Montana's waters.
Please clean all mud, plants, and debris off your boat, recreational equipment, and fishing gear before you leave the access site. Drain water from motors, live wells, and bilges. Allow your boat and recreational equipment time to dry before the next outing.
And no matter what type of watercraft you use, stop at all roadside inspection stations.
Together we can protect Montana's waters.
Learn more at fwp.mt.gov/AIS.
You can't beat camping and fishing in Montana as you sit by a campfire after a great day of fishing. Know what the fish bite on and get the gear for camping that works for you from a Montana outdoor-approved sporting goods store. They always give you the best product, service, and advice. In Livingston, shop Yellowstone Sporting Goods. In Glasgow, shop D&G Sports and Western. In Butte, shop Three Bears, Alaska. They all have local knowledge and are Montana outdoor approved for hunting and fishing.
Brett's RV and Marine's been bringing family and lifestyle together since 1967. Brett's was family-owned then and still is today. The Brett's mission is simple. Help families go camping and boating, enjoy the outdoor lifestyle, and get them back out quickly when something unexpected happens. Today, Brett's carries over 75 RV and boat brands and offers them all at volume discount pricing. New travel trailers start at just $14,995. Montana, Brett's has you covered with locations in Missoula, Butte, and Billings. Or you can shop online at brettsrv.com or call 833-BRETTS-RV. Your next great outdoor adventure starts at Brett's RV and Marine.
It's the captain and his crew on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
This is Eric Anderson, the owner of Placer Motors in Helena. Come in and see us today and find out why there's a Subaru, and then there's a Subaru that's been purchased at Placer Motors.
Good morning. Thank you for being with us. 6:22 and Trivia Time with Downrigger Dale, brought to you by Placer Motors, and we'll see if we can make you a winner in 1 minute.
When you buy a Subaru, you're buying more than a vehicle. You're buying safety for your family, an investment that'll hold its value, and something that'll last a long, long time. In fewer words, you're buying trust. According to Consumer Reports, Subaru has been named the 2025 most reliable automotive brand and best overall automotive brand. And the Subaru Crosstrek and Forester even been named 2025 Consumer Reports top picks. And for a limited time, you can celebrate with special offers during the Subaru A Lot to Love event going on now through September 2nd. Learn more at Subaru.com/CR. Consumer Reports does not endorse products or services. From our lot to your driveway, there's a lot to love at Placer Subaru in Helena, where they're transforming the car buying experience.
Our trivia winner, I keep forgetting to turn the microphone on.
It's that button right over there.
Oh, that, thank you. All right, thank you, Downright. This is why we are so happy to have you back.
Yeah.
Our trivia winner gets a first aid kit from Joe Moline in Lewistown. We got a Tire-Rama pen, a Captain's Choice Max Lure. From Linda at Far Country Press in Helena, the book, The Sharpshooter and the Showman, the true story of May Lily and Pawnee Bill in their Wild West show. A koozie from the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. From Steve Harada, a Steve Bail Bonds and Wolf Point utility key ring featuring a bottle opener, tape measure, and flashlight. How might all of that or any of that come in handy, Downrigger?
Well, it's a way to find your way to a better life.
True.
Stay out of the slammer, you know?
Preach. And from Kathy Goodman at silverthreadsouterwear.com in Great Falls, in honor of salmon season at Fort Peck, a 406 salmon ball cap, gray with white mesh featuring a leather patch in the shape of Montana. And the number to call if you know Downrigger's trivia is 406-721-1290. That's 721-1290. But if you have been a prize winner of any kind in the past 6 months, come on now, step aside, please, and let other listeners have a chance to play and win with Downrigger Dale.
Thank you, Director.
Yes, sir.
And happy Labor Day weekend to everyone. Is it just me, or did this summer seem to just fly by? Now, this is the second to the last federal Monday holiday of the year, by the way, so better get out and enjoy it while you can there, gang. If indeed you are one of those, it doesn't have to work on Labor Day, unlike us who slave away over a hot microphone for the captain.
Land the plane.
Yeah. Why are the microphones hot anyway? So, anyway, how many federal holidays are there that always fall on a Monday? Is it A, 3, B, 6, or C, 5? Question again is, how many federal holidays always fall on a Monday? Is it A, 3, B, 6, or C, 5?
406-721-1290 if you ain't won nothing in the past 6 months. And while we wait for a winner, let's check in with the Stonefly Fly Shop in Butte.
Hey, Happy weekend, everybody. It's Chris from the Stonefly in Butte. Just a quick update for you guys this weekend. Still dealing with full closure situations for the Big Hole and the Jefferson. So those are off the table for the moment. That rain and cooler weather definitely helped, but did not come back up enough for reopening status as of yet. However, you still have the Beaverhead fishing decently down there, especially that stuff from Hildreth Bridge upstream to the dam. That's been pretty good in there. A lot of your tailwater nymph patterns, zebra midges, scuds, little sow bugs, stuff like that has been good. Hopper fishing has been decent throughout the stretch up that way as well, so give that a shot. You've got the Upper Clark Fork stuff under Hoot-owl still, but you can get over there in the morning and throw, or especially early, some little streamers have been very productive over there. Got all the pond systems over there too, Warm Springs ponds, Job Corps ponds. That's kind of fun to go mess around. And then otherwise head up into the hills, hit some of those small creeks. Those fish are going crazy right now, eating hoppers, ants, beetles, that sort of thing. So if you need any other ideas or have questions, hit us up anytime. You can reach us at 406-494-0707 or at thestonefly.com.
It's Fall Mac Days and the fish are biting. Join the fun on Flathead Lake. Enter Fall Mac Days and fish every day starting September 4th through November 2nd. Anglers are helping to restore a balance in Flathead Lake by reducing non-native lake trout and helping to increase native bull trout and West Slope cutthroat trout. All it takes is one fish entry to get in the lottery drawings for cash and prizes. Plus, you'll earn bonus dollars as your fish total goes up. There are tagged fish with values from $100 to $10,000. There's no entry fee, and entries are taken until the last day of the event. Go to macdays.com. Mac Days, sponsored by the Confederated Salish and Kootenai Tribes.
All righty, we do have a contestant on the line for Placer Motors Trivia. I'm waiting for the transfer here. There's the transfer right there. Is that Randall?
Yes,
Randall Reed? In Dutton, Montana. How are you this morning there, Randall?
Very good, thank you.
All right, good to have you on board. Downrigger, what do you got for Randall over there?
Brother Randall, so how many federal holidays that always fall on a Monday are there? Is it A, 3, B, 6, or C, 5?
What do you say there, Randall?
D5.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, did I blow that one.
Yeah, it is indeed 5. The Uniform Monday Holiday Act of 1968 selected Mondays to observe certain federal holidays in order to allow federal employees to have a 3-day weekend. So let's count them down. There are Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and that falls on the 3rd Monday of January. Washington's birthday, widely referred to as President's Day, that's observed on the 3rd Monday of February. Memorial Day, which falls on the last Monday of May, Labor Day, the one we'll be celebrating this Monday, that falls on the 1st Monday of September, and Columbus Day on the 2nd Monday in October. So there you have it.
Yeah, the big 5.
Did you know that, or was that a guess, Randall?
It was either 5 or 6. I didn't know which one for sure, so I thought maybe another one snuck in on me.
Well, look at you. You've done good. You're everything's coming up Randall this weekend. So congratulations to you. Thank you for listening. Get that prize package mailed out to you, all right?
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Randall Reed in Dutton, Montana. Before we go to break, you got a quick, speaking of Labor Day, a little Labor Day fun fact there for us, Downrigger.
I do, yeah. The National Hot Dog and Sausage Council, yes, there is one of those, says Americans consume about 7 billion hot dogs from Memorial Day through Labor Day.
What? Wow.
Yeah, that huge number kind of makes sense when you think about how many times you grill out throughout the summer. So
All right.
chow down on them dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice work, Council. We'll be back with
National
hopefully
Hot
check
Dog
in
and
with
Sausage Council.
Mary Beth Kibler from Kibler Outfitting and Charter Fishing right after this.
This is Scott Richmond, and along with my co-host Arnie Sherman, we bring you What Do You Know? A show that goes beyond the headlines with insightful conversations and compelling guests from all walks of life. From business and politics to sports, entertainment, and culture, we talk with the people who have stories to tell and perspectives that matter. Join us Sunday mornings from 8 to 9 on News Talk KGVO or listen anytime on Apple or Android podcasts.
If you support ethical hunting in Montana, conservation and youth programs, you won't want to miss the Western Montana Chapter Safari Club International Banquet, Thursday, September 4th at Missoula's Hilton Garden Inn. It's a celebration of conservation and a shared passion for the Montana outdoors. A great dinner, games, raffles, live auction, and more with the Western Montana Chapter of SCI. September 4th at the Hilton Garden Inn. Doors open at 4:30, dinner at 7. Tickets and lots more information available at WMTSCI.org. That's WMTSCI.org.
Rescue, rehabilitate, and rehome. That is our goal at One Horse at a Time Draft Horse Rescue. This is Jasmine, and we are located in the beautiful Bitterroot Valley. Not only do we save draft horses from going to slaughter, many owner surrenders have also found new homes through us and are protected by our lifelong adoption contract. We invite you to follow along on our journey to provide the best care and life for these deserving gentle giants. Find out more about how you can help. Visit onehorseatatime.com.
Locally owned Air Quality Mechanical's been serving Missoula's heating and cooling needs for over 31 years. Whether it's sales and installation of top-notch systems like Daikin, brush beast ductbacks, dryer vent cleaning, or air conditioning and furnace tune-ups and maintenance, you can rely on the local experts at Air Quality Mechanical. And be sure to check them out on Facebook and Instagram for the latest specials and helpful tips. Stay up to date at airqualitymechanical.com too. Air Quality Mechanical, tough enough to drive pink.
In a world where glass breaks, one business stands tall.
My windshield's cracked!
Legacy Glass, fixing panes and saving the day for nearly 40 years.
But I've got advanced driver's assistance systems.
They calibrate those too.
House windows, mirrors, big rigs, tractors?
All of it.
Is there anything they can't do?
Yep, they can't fix your singing voice.
Rude.
Call 406-273-0173 or visit LegacyGlassLLC.com. Legacy Glass, crystal clear service every time.
Already this season, you have helped University of Montana Grizzly Soccer record 2 of the 5 largest crowds in program history. Keep it going this Sunday afternoon, August 31st, when the 2-time defending Big Sky Conference champions look to beat Nevada of the Mountain West Conference. The Grizz versus the Wolfpack Sunday afternoon. Tickets available at the gate. Better yet, get them in advance at gogrizz.com/tickets. We'll see you at South Campus Stadium on Sunday at 1.
The Montana Outdoor Radio Show is brought to you in part by Missoula Chevrolet, Tire-Rama, Brett's RV and Marine, and by Placer Motors. Once again, here's the captain and his crew.
Hey, but first, why don't we take a look at your weather forecast in southeast and south central Montana today. It looks just like this, partly sunny in the west portion of the region. That's also going to have some patchy fog and isolated thunderstorms. On the east side of the region, patchy fog, scattered showers, and also some isolated thunderstorms. Highs are going to be in the lower 70s to lower 80s. Now tonight, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 40s to upper 50s. Sunday, sunny. Highs around 80 to maybe 90. Sunday night, mostly clear. Lows in the 40s to upper 50s. And there you have it. That's what it looks like out there. Labor Day is also going to be, well, up in the 80s to 90s too. So enjoy while you can. And that is your latest. Also, you know, folks, we've got some great videos and pictures waiting for you. It's on the go-to website, montanooutdoor.com.
And the Riggercast this time around, a presentation of Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer. And we'll be back with Mary Beth Kibler, Kibler Outfitting and Charter Fishing in 30 seconds. Maximize the power, performance, and durability of your Boss with genuine factory-backed parts and accessories. Proven to perform, guaranteed to fit. Trust only the best from Boss. Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer, 5680 Expressway, Missoula. Hey, in Butte, you be sure to shop Three Bears Alaska, would you please? They are Montana outdoor approved for hunting and fishing. Good morning. Welcome to more of the Montana Outdoor Radio Show, 635. The director, Downrigger Dale, Kokanee Quinn, Miguel Lee in studio. Captain is on assignment today, so we said, you go ahead.
He's following people around that actually catch fish. Trying to emulate them.
Yeah, not to, Fish Wildlife Park, sometimes they do fish stalking. That is not to be confused with
Right.
Captain
There's
Stalking.
not an L in it.
No.
He does a stalking. Yeah.
Here comes Mary Beth Kibler. Kibler Outfitting and Charter Fishing. How are you this morning, Mary Beth?
Oh, you just make me laugh. Yes, I can just see him out there stalking people, looking at them with binoculars.
Exactly. He tries to disguise himself as like a ranger.
Yeah.
With the binoculars around his neck, and so it doesn't work.
Yeah. Getting a little close, Captain. Not fooling anybody. Back up.
Well, let's hope that is all successful for him because the fishing on Fort Peck has been very, very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. But before we get into this real far, I'd like to wish my son happy birthday, Rick. Rick is, going to celebrate a good birthday today, and wanted to get that out there. But so this weekend is our last weekend of guiding fishermen. We are shifting modes now to hunting. Ben Powell is out today with the group. Last weekend he did awesome. I did not hear how he did yesterday, but he was salmon fishing yesterday, and so we hope that he had good luck and that all goes well today. Last weekend, one day they went for salmon, caught salmon, did very, very well. And then it got real windy, so they went for walleye, northern pike, and smallmouth bass the second day, and got a limit of real nice chunky walleye and several good, nice big bass and one northern. So, the fishing on Fort Peck is still hot, even though we're turning our sights more to our hunting. It's all is good there in that world, and we got a big season coming up for our archery. Looking forward to that. Our archery season is pretty well booked, but we do have a few openings in the rifle season for folks. So anyone who would like to put together a fishing trip or a hunting trip with us, give us a call, 406-557-2503, and we'll set you up.
Mary Beth, you know what the captain calls that style of fishing? He calls it the M&M move, which stands for monkey see, monkey do.
Okay. Very technical.
You've had a heck of a fishing season, and the outlook's still good. Have you kind of been, checking out the hunting outlooks? What do you think?
Yeah, we have not done a whole lot of scouting yet. Right now, we're just still on the moving end of getting moved back in and set up, trying to get everything working in hunting camp and that kind of thing. But we'll be out there here. We don't get really started till the 15th. We like to hunt those 2 weeks that are really good for the rut our rut. So you can call them in and have that really good time with those.
Excellent.
So we don't do an early season simply because it's usually too hot. But man, the weather has been phenomenal. What a nice, cool August we have had.
Yeah, in fact, Mary Beth, if you want to know what the hunting looks like for Region 6, in a couple weeks I'll be starting my podcast doing hunting previews for all the regions around the state. And the first one will be Region 6, so you'll be able to hear all about it.
Well, we'll find out what's coming south to us, huh?
Yeah.
Mary Beth Kibler Outfitting and Charter Fishing. Thank you, ma'am. We'll talk to you next week.
Have a great weekend.
All right. We make our way to Great Falls. Leonard Roberts Bait and Tackle. How are you this morning, Leonard?
I'm doing good.
Good to hear. I don't think we've talked to you for a couple of weeks.
No, I've been up at Tiber, having fun catching fish.
Good.
On that. Trying to get a few in the freezer for the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Did pretty good there.
Well, congrats.
I went up last weekend and we broke camp and brought everything home. We're done for the season.
All right.
Hey, Leonard, does Rue shut down after this weekend?
No, I think she said she's going to be open until the 13th.
I think so too. We'll still try to talk to her a little after 7, but I think you're right, Leonard. They're not wrapping it up this weekend.
Okay.
No, she'll be here this weekend and next weekend for sure.
Great.
I don't know after that.
All right.
But anyway, Holter, what I'm hearing right now, the walleye kind of slowed down up there, but they said they're catching a hell of a lot of them icky northerns. They're catching them. There's a lot of northerns being caught for some reason. And they're getting some perch now, finally. I haven't heard much about the salmon. I've been trying to find out if they've been doing any good on the salmon, but I haven't heard much on that. Piskin is still full pond, and they're still getting them northerns up there using smelt and herring on that. Francis, you could put in down at the south end of the dam, or you can put in at the island now. The lake is that low where they can go up in the island and launch their boats on that. And it's been a pretty good walleye bite, Chip. Guys are using night crawlers and bottom bouncers on that. River is still all mossy. I made a trip to Loma yesterday, and there was a couple people fishing down there at the Mariah side, but that even looked kind of icky on that, way low, really low on that part. That's about all I got this week, guys. I still got minnows in stock. I got a few leeches left. I got crawlers, herring, smelt, all that good stuff. Any questions? 406-454-1877. And we will be open 9 to 5 today, 9 to 5 on Sunday, and 9 to 5 on Monday.
All right, you're ready to roll.
Yep, these late fishermen will be here waiting for them.
You got it. Leonard
All right,
Roberts.
have a good one. We'll talk to you next week.
Roberts Bait and Tackle. Thank you, Leonard. Appreciate it. It is coming up on 6:42, you know.
And let's hit the Montana Tourney Trail, brought to you by Warrior Boats. Experience the Warrior difference.
Let's fire that warrior. Put a fishing rod in my hand. Take me out on the water. Put a fishing rod in my hand.
Well, the old Tourney Trail pretty much takes Labor Day weekend off. Looking ahead a little bit, coming very soon to a Flathead Lake near you. Fall Mac Day is September 4th all the way through November 2nd on Flathead Lake for lake trout. And we will be talking to Cindy, the tournament director. I don't know if we'll start that next week. I'll probably start that next week. Huh?
Yeah, I got a podcast with Cindy and the gang coming up,
great.
too, all about that. So that'll be fun.
The TBF semifinals, September 6th and 7th on Noxon for largemouth and smallmouth bass. Montana Student Anglers Season Points event, September 13th, Flathead Slough for largemouth. Yellowstone River Classic, September 13th on the Yellowstone and Tongue River for walleye and smallmouth bass. Got your EMBA Open NBAA Qualifier 1, September 13th and 14th on Fort Peck. That's for smallmouth. And the U.S. National Fly Fishing Championship Series, September 14th through the 20th. That's on Hebgen Lake for Rocky Mountain whitefish, rainbow, and brown trout.
For more information and a complete listing of tournaments around Montana, log on to the Tourney Trail page on montanooutdoor.com. It's brought to you by Warrior Boats. Experience the Warrior difference.
And experience the Montana Club. The Montana Club is helping us celebrate 27 years on the radio. With a $27 gift card, you can have a fantastic lunch or dinner at any of the Montana Club locations in Montana. 2 locations in Missoula, also in Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Kalispell. If you would like to win that $27 Montana Club gift card and you have not won a prize of any kind in the past 6 months, you can call us now, 406-721-1290. That's 721-1290, and we will be back with the winner right after this.
Any angler can put bait on a lure, but good anglers know that catching fish requires more than just baiting your hook. At the Montana Club, we just don't serve you food. Any restaurant can do that. At the Montana Club, we serve you made-from-scratch entrees. That's why we call ourselves the Montana Club. Montana families keep coming back for our uncompromising cut-above USDA Choice and Prime certified Angus beef steaks for dinner. The Montana Club is something for everyone. Catch the flavor of the Montana Club in Missoula, Butte, Kalispell, Great Falls, and Billings, where they're always happy to see you and proud to serve you.
And we say good morning. Welcome to the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning. My name is Dion, and I'm calling from Livingston.
Livingston, Montana. All right. Well, thank you for listening to the show. We do appreciate that, and congratulations. Let me get you on hold there, and we'll get your mailing address, so we'll get that gift card mailed out to you, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, when we come back, we're going to try to get a hold of Eddie Mint, Lake Ridge Lodging and Bait Shop. Maybe if we ask him nice and say pretty please, Downrigger might have another fascinating Labor Day fact for
I
us?
have just a nice sack full of them here. I can choose
all
from.
right. When we come back to the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Power, durability, performance. The 2026 Polaris Ranger lineup is here. From the compact SP570 to the rugged XD 1500. Every Ranger is built to handle the toughest jobs in the wildest trails. Haul more, tow more, in riding comfort. Work hard, ride easy. This is Jeff. Visit us in Lewistown or see what's in store for you at lewistownpolaris.com.
Polaris off-road vehicles can be hazardous to operate and are not intended for on-road use. Driver must be at least 16 years old with a valid driver's license to operate. Always wear a helmet and be sure to take a safety training course.
Fort Peck Marina wants to make your fishing trip as enjoyable as possible. This is Scott Collinsworth with the Fort Peck Marina. You can stay at our RV campground, which is seconds away from the boat ramp. Check out our tackle shop, which is packed with gear for all species here on Fort Peck. Plus, you can book a fishing trip with me for lake trout, salmon, smallmouth, or walleye with my Fort Peck Marina guide service. Enjoy the best pizza, burgers, and sandwiches on the lake in our bar restaurant for lunch or dinner. Plus, breakfast is served on Saturday and Sunday mornings. Fort Peck Marina, we are here to serve you. You can check us out on our Facebook page or our new website at fortpeckmarina.net. That's Fort Peck Marina by the dam on Fort Peck.
Whether you're working the land, running the ranch, hauling gear to the hunt, or chasing trout across Montana, you need a truck that pulls its weight. And you need a dealership that makes the process simple. That's where Missoula Chevrolet comes in, locally owned right here in Missoula. They offer one low price, plain and simple. With over 400 vehicles, including dependable Silverado light-duty and heavy-duty trucks, they've earned the title of the Captain's Truck Center.
You better believe it. I count on the team at Missoula Chevrolet to get me the right Silverado for the job and the adventure. I travel all over this great state, towing my fifth wheel and boat, and my 3/4-ton Silverado handles it like a champ. Plus, you can't beat the no-hassle buying experience at Missoula Chevrolet. Their non-commissioned sales team always has my best interest at heart.
Get behind the wheel of a new truck from Missoula Chevrolet and see what the captain's talking about. Together, let's drive at MissoulaChevrolet.com.
Thanks for joining us this morning on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Why, it's absolutely hideous!
Once again, from the command center, here's the captain and his crew.
In Livingston, please shop Yellowstone Sporting Goods. They are Montana outdoor proof for hunting and fishing. Welcome back to the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. And Eddie Mint at the Lake Ridge Lodging and Bait Shop. Good morning, Eddie.
Morning, guys. How we doing?
Oh, wonderful.
Good morning.
Downrigger's back with us, feeling his oats. And
yeah, did you miss me, Eddie?
Honestly, no.
Okay, that's good.
Don't spare his feelings or anything.
I kind of expected that answer.
He shares the same enthusiasm as the crew here.
Yeah. They weren't too happy either. Hey, Eddie, so I hear that walleye bite is still going pretty good. Is that what you've been hearing?
The walleye bite is going rather kind of ridiculous the way it sounds. I was going into the weekend with what I figured to be enough crawlers to make it for a couple of days till next week, and realized yesterday afternoon that the way the crawlers were going out of here, I had to make a phone call to the good folks up at Pryor Creek and make a run last night. We left here at 5:30 and got back here at 1:45 this morning with a fresh batch of night crawlers, so the fishermen we'll make sure we got crawlers to get through the weekend, and got leeches. Our last shipment of leeches showed up on Wednesday, so we got they're a large to jumbo mix. So we got leeches, we got crawlers, we got all the frozen bait for the salmon guys, and everything in between. So
you are locked and loaded. Yeah. So either either the walleye bite is really good, or a lot of people are really terrible at putting worms on their hooks.
They're sticking those
Keeping them on.
Yeah.
Or is it you, Eddie, training the worms how to get off the hook?
We
Well,
only sell slippery ones.
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of people that are staying here that have been out walleye fishing, and just your average, weekend or holiday fish guys out fishing and catching their limits, and it's just been good fishing all the way around.
Now, how about the king salmon? Are you seeing some big ones coming through, or what's that looking like?
Well, I had clients out a couple of days ago. Our big one was 23.22.
Nice.
Don's picked up some 25. Joe's got some up in that upper 20s, I think 25. And yeah, I know 29's been the biggest that didn't get to see the fish, but I've seen pictures of it. And I can't remember whose boat that was on, if that was on Don or Joe's. Anyway, irregardless, it was a really nice fish, but seemed like a lot of the fish that coming through, even here, we help some guys get their fish filleted or whatever that want to be showed and how to take care of them and stuff. So, but that 15 to 20 pounds seems to be a pretty common number, and even some big catfish getting caught out there on the downriggers.
Hey. Wow, nice. So on these salmon, have you heard of what seems to be the most popular way of getting them this year, or is it just kind of all over the place?
It's all over the place. One day it's a mix of copper, diver, downrigger. The next day it might just be you get whacked on your downriggers, or just the opposite. A downrigger don't get a sniff, a diver don't get a sniff. Everything's on long line, so it's just a mix. But a lot of flasher flies is seen, and some bait cups are starting to work as well. You get a few on bait cups. A couple of guys that throw a spoon out here and there getting a fish on a spoon as well. So it's just a variety, but I would say your go-to bait if you're going to go out and give it a try, flasher fly in that, just say 65 to 95 foot range, somewhere in there, and put your time in and catch some fish.
You ought to know by now, Downrigger, that whatever the Lake Ridge Lodging and Bait Shop has a lot of, that's what the salmon are biting.
I see. Yeah.
Well, let me correct you there.
Okay.
If I have a lot of something that isn't selling, it goes in the sale bin.
There you go. Well, I know you got lots of it. What's the phone number there, Eddie, if folks want to get some other questions answered from you?
406-526-3597.
Excellent. Eddie Mint, the Lake Ridge Lodging and Bait Shop. Eddie, we appreciate your time, and we'll look forward to talking to you next week.
All right, you guys, everybody have a good, happy haul, and be safe.
Okay, you got it. Eddie Mint, Lake Ridge Lodging and Bait Shop. We'll be back to wrap up the first hour right after this.
For a fantastic breakfast, lunch, or dinner, a great beer or cocktail, and terrific atmosphere, find yourself in Paradise. Paradise Falls starts serving at 7 a.m. every day, featuring traditional breakfast favorites and Paradise Falls specialty items. For lunch and dinner, there's a huge menu of burgers, sandwiches, steaks, pizzas, salads, pasta dishes, appetizers, and more. And of course, a full bar and all those TVs. Whether you want to sit inside or out on the beautiful, spacious deck, make it family-friendly. Paradise Falls, 3621 Brooks, Missoula.
Stay mobile all summer with Napa Auto Parts. Get a $25 prepaid card with a AAA battery purchase and score a free Napa Ultimate Trucker Cap when you spend $40 or more. Napa will even recycle your used motor oil for free. Visit your locally owned Napa stores in Missoula at 1136 Strand and 3201 West Broadway, plus Stevensville, Hamilton, and Darby. Napa Auto Parts, keeping you moving all summer long.
Join Fallon's Farm in making a meaningful difference today. Fallon's Farm, a horse and equine rescue and sanctuary in Arley, Montana, was founded by the passionate Mike and Wendy Ramos to give animals a second chance at life. Here, rescued animals receive not just food and veterinary care, but a safe, loving home where they can thrive. The horses and equine at Fallon's Farm rely on support in every way, financial, physical, and emotional. As the spring and summer months bring higher costs for hay, machinery, and labor, your donations help the farm navigate these challenges and continue its life-saving work. Whether it's $20, $50, or $100, your donation gives Fallon's Farms the flexibility to care for these animals. Visit fallonsfarm.org to learn how you can help. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram to stay updated and see how your support is transforming lives. You can ensure a brighter future for these animals and continue this important work. Mike and Wendy are deeply grateful for your support.
Hi, it's Scott the Painter. We all know about keeping up on the routine maintenance of our vehicles. But how often do you think about your home's preventative maintenance? So don't neglect it. Part of that routine care is interior and exterior paint. It also adds to the curb appeal and value of your investment. So if it's been more than 7 years since you had fresh paint applied, it's time. We've been helping people all over western Montana maintain their home's looks and value for over 26 years. That's Scott Arnold Painting at 381-8545.
Teresa Lunn with United Country Real Estate Western Montana Group knows what it takes to sell your property.
The United Country Marketing Advantage provides us with the tools. Combine that with experience, honesty, and work ethic. Your buyer is out there. Commercial, residential, ranch, or acreage. Nobody knows the country like we do.
Teresa Lunn and United Country Real Estate Western Montana Group, covering the state with main offices in Missoula and Plains. Visit an office or call
728-9733.
In 1947, an alien spacecraft crashed in the New Mexican desert. The following was found in their super advanced quadraphonic in-dash audio system.
The captain and his crew on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Enjoy.
And back to just about wrap up the first hour of the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. Montana Outdoor Radio Show Facebook, folks. Kokanee Quinn wants to know, where are you at?
Yes, and you know, Kathy Goodman's out there fishing, right?
Yeah.
We were talking earlier about how she was
that.
wearing bright colors. She says, I have to wear bright colors so when I catch more fish than Jody and he throws me overboard, someone can find me.
Wow.
Yeah, that's where people are going to be this weekend. Richard says he's going to be going to a rodeo this Labor Day weekend, and a lot of people welcoming you back, Rigger.
Well, thank you. That's very
awesome,
sweet of
awesome.
them. Hey,
share a Labor Day thingy with us there, Downriver.
Do any of you out there know what the rest of the world calls Labor Day weekend, which they actually do have a Labor Day weekend all around the planet? Yeah. It is called International Workers' Day.
Okay.
Is it Monday?
It is, it's...
Oh, sorry.
It doesn't say when, but yeah, it's around the same time.
Okay.
But International Workers' Day, or as what President Putin calls it, just another day, get back to work. So, yeah. They're kind of a boring thing over there.
Yeah.
I don't think they have a hot dog or sausage council either. That's a fun group of guys.
Well, when we come back after the top of the hour, we're going to try to check in with Ruann at Tiber Marina. We'll be cooking with Kokanee and a whole bunch more when the Montana Outdoor Radio Show continues. Thank you so much for joining us this Labor Day weekend. Locally owned Air Quality Mechanical's been serving Missoula's heating and cooling needs for over 31 years. Whether it's sales and installation of top-notch systems like Daikin, brush beast ductbacks, dryer vent cleaning, or air conditioning and furnace tune-ups and maintenance, you can rely on the local experts at Air Quality Mechanical. And be sure to check them out on Facebook and Instagram for the latest specials and helpful tips. Stay up to date at airqualitymechanical.com, too. Air Quality Mechanical, tough enough to drive pink.
Drivers, Austin Cindric here. As a NASCAR Cup Series driver of the number 2 Discount Tire Ford Mustang, there's a few rules of the road I like to tell my family and friends. Tire pressure is critical to safety because underinflated tires are more likely to fail. Plus, properly inflated tires will give you better gas mileage. Make sure to check your tire pressure at least once a month or stop by a local tire retailer for an air check.
A message from the U.S. Tire Manufacturers Association.
AM 1290 and K252FP 98.3 FM, Missoula. News Talk KGVO for Western Montana, a Town Square Media station.
Speed bump for tariffs. I'm Paul Stevens, Fox News. A federal appeals court finding the White House global tariffs to be illegal, but leaves them in place for now.
In a 7-4 ruling, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit ruled President Trump did not have the authority under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act to impose most of his sweeping tariffs, upholding a lower court's ruling in May, but it won't take effect until October 14th, giving the Trump administration time to appeal to the Supreme Court. President Trump vowing to do just that, saying the ruling will destroy the United States of America if it stands. A rep for the White House says the president lawfully exercised the tariff powers granted to him by Congress to defend our national and economic security from foreign threats, adding the tariffs remain in effect, and we look forward to ultimate victory on this matter. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Meantime, there's another setback for the Trump White House deportation plans.
On Friday, a federal judge blocked the administration from deporting immigrants who are in the country illegally without a hearing. Federal District Court Judge Gia Cobb writing the court does not cast doubt on the constitutionality of the expedited removal statute, nor in its long-standing application at the border. It merely holds that in applying the statute to a huge group of people living in the interior of the country who have not been previously subjected to expedited removal, the government must afford them due process. The procedures currently in place fall short. A Department of Homeland Security spokesman tells the New York Times the ruling ignores the president's clear authorities.
And that's Fox's Madeline Rivera in D.C. Attorney General Pam Bondi firing another Department of Justice paralegal on Friday, this time for apparently flipping off a member of the National Guard in Washington, D.C. on her way to work earlier this month. Cheaper gas on this Labor Day weekend, a gallon of regular coming in averaging $3.19 a year ago. It was $3.35. America's listening to Fox News.
I'm Emily Campagno, and I'm taking you inside the Idaho murders. In Moscow, Idaho, a small college town, one case so violent and heartbreaking shocked the nation. 4 students were found brutally murdered in their off-campus home, prompting a cross-country search for the cold-blooded killer. The Fox True Crime Podcast presents Inside the Idaho Murders, the evidence, the manhunt, the killer, and the victims.
Listen and follow now at foxtruecrime.com. Every weekday, it's your go-to source for staying informed and entertained. The Fox News Primetime Highlights Podcast, offering a curated selection of the most impactful moments of the Ingram Angle, Jesse Waters Primetime, Hannity, and Gutfeld. Listen and follow now so you never miss a moment of the action-packed highlights from these must-watch Fox News Channel shows. Go to foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you listen to podcasts. America's listening to Fox News.
We're learning a bit more about the shooter who killed 2 school children and injured 18 others during a mass for the Catholic Church in Minneapolis.
A school buddy system is being credited as helping prevent a significantly worse tragedy Wednesday after a parent tells NPR that older students were paired with younger ones during the annual back-to-school mass so the lower grades could learn how to behave in church. And this comes as we are learning more information about the shooter. According to a search warrant, the 23-year-old had recently gone through a breakup, quote, and has recently been staying with a friend. Police learning this after interviewing the shooter's father. As far as the shooter's mother, police now say Mary Grace Westman is working with them in the investigation after initially refusing to cooperate.
Fox's Chanley Painter. Trump officials plan expanded immigration raids in Chicago that has the governor of Illinois not happy.
This has heated up an ongoing feud between the president and Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, who acknowledged that there are certain agencies like the FBI and ATF that he would welcome, but not the National Guard, saying that the state would not sit idly by if the White House went down that path. Well, the White House says part of its crime-fighting efforts includes ramping up immigration enforcement. Here is Border Czar Tom Homan on the job of Chicago's mayor.
You would think he'd welcome the assistance. His number one responsibility is the safety and security of that city. If he's not going to do it, President Trump is going to do it.
Well, Mayor Brandon Johnson responded to that interview, writing, "We're not going anywhere.
And that's Fox's Alexandria Hoff. Oregon could become just the second U.S. state to require electric vehicle owners to enroll in a pay-per-mile program. State lawmakers meeting in a special session on Friday to try and fill a $300 million transportation budget hole that threatens basic services like snow plowing and road repair. I'm Paul Stevens. This is Fox News.
Hey, it's Crystal at Bitterroot Floors & More. Our contractors know when it comes to value, Bitterroot Floors & More delivers. If you're not getting your materials from Bitterroot's best flooring store, your project might be tripping over missed savings. We stock the quality flooring you need: laminate, hardwood, carpet, and more. All backed by service that keeps your project moving. No fuss, just great flooring at unbeatable prices. Swing by our showroom in Hamilton and see why the pros choose Bitterroot Floors & More. Bitterroot Floors & More. We've got your floors covered.
If you're a small to medium-sized local business in the home services space, contractors, electricians, plumbers, HVAC, roofers, and you're using Google local service ads, search, SEO, Meta, or buying third-party leads, it's time we talk. This is Scott Richmond from Town Square, Missoula, and we've launched a brand new Ignite in-home services group focused on helping businesses like yours grow smarter. Call me at 523-9833 to set up a quick meeting. Let's make your marketing work harder and get you better leads.
Just pull your chair up close to your radio. Tune it up good and loud. Tune it up good and loud. Tune it up good and loud.
Good morning, Captain.
Like to check your licenses, boys.
Good morning to you.
Live all across Big Sky Country, it's the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. The Montana Outdoor Radio Show is brought to you statewide by Missoula Chevrolet, home of the official truck of the captain, Vibrant Hearing, Warrior Boats, Tire-Rama, Gretz RV and Marine, and by Placer Motors, your local Subaru dealer in Helena. And now, from the command center, here's the captain and his crew on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Hey, but first, let's take a look at your weather forecast for central Montana. Looks like this today. Mostly cloudy in the morning, then clearing. Patchy fog in the morning. Slight chance of rain showers through the day. Highs are going to be 75 to maybe 85. Tonight, mostly clear. Lows 50 to 55. Sunday, mostly clear. Highs 80 to 90 degrees. Labor Day, mostly clear, lows 50 to 55. Highs are going to be 80 to 90 degrees. Now remember, gang, we've got the go-to website fired up with all kinds of detailed weather forecasts, outdoor news and such, plus a link to the latest Montana Outdoor podcast. Now that features the whitefish whisperer himself, Ross Tate. Ross called that for a reason. He is real good at catching huge lake whitefish in Flathead Lake, which pound for pound, they are one, if not the hardest fighting fish in Montana, and also one of the best tasting. Ross is a great guest to have on the podcast because he has no problem sharing his secrets of catching those wonderful fish.
This particular setup yesterday, I was tied straight to the braided line, and I caught probably 30 by myself in a few hours. And I have used a lot of lures, and I'll show you pictures or videos of all the different lures made for whitefish jigging, and you can catch them.
There you go. Be sure and watch this week's podcast on YouTube and learn all of Ross' secrets out there. You can also get a link to the whole thing right there on the go-to website, and they got a lot more too, at MontanaOutdoor.com.
The Riggercast is brought to you by the Come On In, and we will be back with Ruann from Tiber Marina in 1 minute.
Escape the ordinary. Come On In Hotel and Suites of Missoula, Bozeman, and Billings features family-friendly lodging that offers a rustic atmosphere with resort amenities. Options include king or 2 queen bedrooms, roomy kitchenettes, or a relaxing jacuzzi suite. There's complimentary hot breakfast, guest laundry, a large pool, kiddie pool, 5 hot tubs, fitness center, and a beautiful indoor courtyard that features a rock waterfall. Escape the ordinary. The best value in lodging today is at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Missoula, Bozeman, and Billings. Make your reservations online at comeonin.com. That's CMONINN.com.
Well, now in Lewistown, be sure to shop the Sports Center. They are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing. Welcome back to the second hour of the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. The captain is on assignment this morning. Captain, good fishing to you. The director is here. There's Downrigger Dale, Kokanee Quinn. We've got Miguel Lee working the phone.
Gracious, hello. Have I reached the party to whom I am speaking?
And we have Ruann from Tiber Marina. Is this the last weekend we get to talk to you of the season, or can we talk to you next weekend too?
No, I actually have 2 more weekends. We close Saturday. The 13th is my last day here, so yeah. So we'll be here for a little bit longer. Yeah.
It's
too early to leave.
Has it gone by fast, Ruann?
It has gone by really fast. I feel like we just got the doors open and we're already sliding down to the closing. So it's like, it's just been way too. I'm not ready to pack up and go yet.
Oh. Well, I'll tell you what, Tiber Marina sure and Tiber Reservoir sure hit the national map this year with that tournament. You know, I did that podcast all about the fish and all that, and Katie Vivian, who is the fish manager for the region there, she talked about her theories about why that was, and that has become our most listened to and watched podcast ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, thousands.
I still have yet. I want to listen to it. Yeah.
Yeah, thousands upon thousands of people, and so just fascinating that and hopefully that has turned into a lot more business and fun. So, what has been the go-to species of fish this summer? Do you suppose?
Oh, the walleye.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Definitely walleye. And they have just been, and we've always had nice fish, but man, they're just fat. We had a gal pull out she caught a 28-incher. They put it back, but fat fish. And they've just been really healthy. They're really healthy fish, beautiful looking. So, yeah, it's been a great year for walleye, so.
Now, have you seen anybody catch they started stocking a new trout in there, that Eagle Lake Rainbow? Have you seen any catch that lately?
The Gerard. Yep.
This is different than Gerard. They have stopped stocking Gerard because they can't find
have any more of those.
the brood stock. So now they're stocking this famous strain of rainbow that is from California. And they have got a source on that, and they're stocking those now. This is, I think, the first year that they're stocking them. I'm just curious if you've seen anybody.
That's the first that I've heard. We did know about the Gerards. They came and told us about the Gerards, and we have had people that have caught Gerards big. The Gerards were the fast-growing, and there have been a few, but this is the first I've heard that they're stocking that.
Yeah,
Usually they kind of let us know, but they have not. Yeah.
When you listen to the podcast, she talks about that too. But yeah, they're a beautiful rainbow, and they do get very large. Not quite as big as a Gerard, but they get big. Yeah. But they're just a gorgeous rainbow. Nice big fat
now,
ones.
Downrigger, when you were recuperating in the hospital, did you make up an imaginary fish friend?
No.
You sure?
No. They wouldn't give me any more of that medication.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just wondered why you brought in a fish tank with a blanket over the top of it this morning.
Yeah. No, I've learned my lesson there. In fact, I still have a little PTSD from that, because I got so tired of hearing that one phrase you never want to hear, which is, "The nurse is here to shave you now."
Right.
Oh boy. Ruann at Tiber Marina. When we were talking to Eddie Mint at the Lake Ridge Lodging and Bait Shop on Fort Peck earlier in the show, as far as the walleye bite, which is great there too. Night crawlers were the go-to. Is that the case at Tiber?
Absolutely. Night crawlers have been. I have had to restock. It's been I don't know. Leeches were working all right this year, but night crawlers have just been. They're always kind of the go-to, but even more so this year. So yeah, we've seen a lot more go out this year. But what's working?
Now, are those walleye? Are they still catching them kind of shallow so far, or are they gone pretty deep now there at?
They've been fairly. It's a little bit of another game. I was thinking the other day, people are telling me, and I thought, it sounds like the fishermen and the fish are in a game of hide and seek, and the fishermen are it. It's kind of changed up a little bit. It's been really good, and then we've had this last week, and we had storms and weather and temperatures up and down, and so it's changed a little bit. And so now the fishermen are having to kind of figure out where they're at, if they're deep or shallow. They've a lot of smaller ones at this time. So it's changed up. And so every time it changes up, they got to figure out the pattern. But it sounds like the Willow Creek has been a little more on the successful side. Usually it fishes really good that first part of the year. And then it kind of goes up the Marias Arm. But the Willow Creek is sounding like it's kind of been the place to fish. So.
Yeah. Well, and Katie wanted me to remind people that if you're going to fish 30 feet or deeper for the walleye, plan on keeping them because they get that barrow trauma. And if you throw them back, they're not going to live. Because Tiber is one of the deeper reservoirs we have in Montana. So just remember that, folks, that keep them. If you throw them back, it's not going to live. So,
well, you're getting close to wrapping it up. I imagine you're pretty full this weekend. How's next weekend looking for you?
Next weekend I have some reservations, but I have some open. It's not quite as full. People are always worried that I'm not open, but we are still here, and I'm getting a few more. So I have a couple spots open yet. But
what's the phone number if folks have any questions for you, Rue?
406-759-5637.
All righty. Well, we get to bug you next weekend, too. How's that?
All right. That's good. That means I'm here.
All right.
I'm still at the lake. Yeah.
You got it. All right. Thank you, my dear. Ruann at Tiber Marina. It's time to do a little cooking with Kokanee from the kitchens of MontanaOutdoor.com.
What you got cooking? I got rice cooking in the microwave. She got something cooking for me tonight, and a little bit of chicken fried.
It's a bourbon glaze for your salmon in Cooking with Kokanee this week, which of course you can find at MontanaOutdoor.com. Now, a little bourbon tip for you if you want to use the bourbon in the bourbon glaze, which I recommend. Yes. Any mid-range bourbon that you enjoy drinking is great. And also you could use rum or cognac if you wanted to do that, like if you didn't have any bourbon because, you liked it so much. You
drank it all? Yeah.
There's that. Or if you want to make a non-alcoholic version of it, you could also try substituting some apple cider vinegar and apple juice in place of the bourbon. Not recommended because it's a bourbon glaze for criminy sakes.
What fun is that?
Right. You're going to need a half a cup of the bourbon, 2 tablespoons of pure maple syrup, a couple tablespoons of brown sugar. That's the one you definitely don't want to skip. You can use light or dark, but if you don't put it in, then the glaze isn't going to thicken and you'll be sad. You're also going to need some Worcestershire sauce, some soy sauce, some garlic, apple cider vinegar, and then your fish. Cook your fish any way you would like. You could bake it, you could grill it, but you're going to want to glaze it. In a medium saucepan, combine the bourbon, maple syrup, brown sugar, Worcestershire, soy sauce, garlic, and apple cider vinegar. Bring it to a boil over medium-high. Let it simmer rapidly. Stir it almost constantly. But don't worry, your arm's not going to fall off. It's not going to take a long, long time.
Seems
3
like
to 5 minutes or so, and then remove it from the heat and glaze that fish, and it's going to be delicious. You can find that recipe at MontanaOutdoor.com.
Are those new oven mitts, by the way?
They are.
Very nice. Very nice.
Straight ahead on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show, Placer Motor Statewide Trivia with Downrigger Dale. What might be the topic for this lovely audience, Downrigger?
One of them is on fire, by the way. Yes, the topic of this hour's question is, well, I'll be darned. You mean those are starting already?
We will try to make you a winner right after this. Don't go away. Brett's RV and Marine's been bringing family and lifestyle together since 1967. Brett's was family-owned then and still is today. The Brett's mission is simple. Help families go camping and boating, enjoy the outdoor lifestyle, and get them back out quickly when something unexpected happens. Today, Brett's carries over 75 RV and boat brands and offers them all at volume discount pricing. New travel trailers start at just $14,995. Montana, Brett's has you covered with locations in Missoula, Butte, and Billings. Or you can shop online at brettsrv.com or call 833-BRETTS-RV. Your next great outdoor adventure starts at Brett's RV and Marine.
If you love getting out on Montana's lakes and rivers, you know how special our waters are. But pests like zebra mussels and Eurasian watermill foil can harm fishing and boating opportunities.
You can help protect Montana's waters.
Please clean all mud, plants, and debris off your boat, recreational equipment, and fishing gear before you leave the access site. Drain water from motors, live wells, and bilges. Allow your boat and recreational equipment time to dry before the next outing.
And no matter what type of watercraft you use, stop at all roadside inspection stations.
Together we can protect Montana's waters.
Learn more at fwp.mt.gov/AIS.
Fort Peck Marina wants to make your fishing trip as enjoyable as possible. This is Scott Collinsworth with the Fort Peck Marina. You can stay at our RV campground, which is seconds away from the boat ramp. Check out our tackle shop, which is packed with gear for all species here on Fort Peck. Plus, you can book a fishing trip with me for lake trout, salmon, smallmouth, or walleye with my Fort Peck Marina guide service. Enjoy the best pizza, burgers, and sandwiches on the lake in our bar restaurant for lunch or dinner. Plus, breakfast is served on Saturday and Sunday mornings. Fort Peck Marina, we are here to serve you. You can check us out on our Facebook page or our new website at fortpeckmarina.net. That's Fort Peck Marina by the dam on Fort Peck.
Montana's a big state, and the men and women that call it home know why they live there. It offers unique outdoor opportunities year-round. It's a way of life for them, but each region of the state does have its own set of challenges. That's why Montana hunters and fishermen have come to depend on their local sporting goods store to help them get the success they strive for in every region across Big Sky Country.
When you shop your local Montana Outdoor approved sporting goods store, you get the best products, service, and advice.
In Butte, shop Three Bears Alaska. In Helena, shop Capital Sports. In Lewistown, head on over to the Sports Center. And in Miles City, shop Red Rock Sporting Goods. Over in Livingston, shop Yellowstone Sporting Goods. In Glasgow, shop D&G Sports in Western.
All of these sporting goods stores have local knowledge for the area of Montana that they serve, and all of them are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing.
Train 45 leaving Union Station, all aboard.
I want you to take my hand. I want you to come with me on this adventure.
This is the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Okay, you don't have to take my hand, but will you come with me on this adventure?
Once again, here's the captain and his crew.
This is Eric Anderson, the owner of Placer Motors in Helena. Come in and see us today and find out why there's a Subaru, and then there's a Subaru that's been purchased at Placer Motors.
Good morning, 7:23 trivia time at Downrigger Dale, brought to you by Placer Motors, and we'll see if we can make you a winner in 1 minute.
When you buy a Subaru, you're buying more than a vehicle. You're buying safety for your family, an investment that'll hold its value, and something that'll last a long, long time. In fewer words, you're buying trust. According to Consumer Reports, Subaru has been named the 2025 most reliable automotive brand and best overall automotive brand. And the Subaru Crosstrek Enforcer even been named 2025 Consumer Reports top picks. And for a limited time, you can celebrate with special offers during the Subaru A Lot to Love event going on now through September 2nd. Learn more at Subaru.com/CR. Consumer Reports does not endorse products or services. From our lot to your driveway, there's a lot to love at Placer Subaru in Helena, where they're transforming the car buying experience.
And our trivia winner will get a first aid kit from Joe Moline in Lewistown. We got a Tiorama pen, a Captain's Choice Max Lure from Linda at Far Country Press in Helena. The book, The Sharpshooter and the Showman, the true story of May Lily and Pawnee Bill in the Wild West show. Koozie from the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. From Steve Harada, Steve's Bail Bonds and Wolf Point utility ring, key ring featuring a bottle opener, tape measure, and flashlight. How might that come in handy, Downrigger?
Well, those are supposed to shine the light on a better way to live so that Steve doesn't have to keep bailing your butt out.
Right?
You know?
And from Kathy Goodman at SilverThreadsOuterwear.com in Great Falls, in honor of salmon season on Fort Peck, a 406 salmon ball cap, gray with white mesh featuring a leather patch in the shape of Montana. Number to call if you know the trivia answer is 406-721-1290. That's 721-1290. But if you've won any prize in the past 6 months, please let other listeners have a chance to play and win with Downrigger Dale.
Yes, and Jody, stop throwing Kathy out of the boat, would you please? Just take it like a man. She outfishes you. All right, so last hour we learned that there are 5 federal holidays that always fall on a Monday. Of course, there's more than just a federal holiday happening Monday in Montana. There are several hunting seasons that will be getting underway. Now, according to the FWP's hunting season webpage, how many hunting seasons, now that includes trapping, will start on Monday the 1st? Is it A? Actually, it's a trick question. There are none, as it is a holiday this Monday. Or is it B? There are 5 hunting seasons starting this Monday. Or is it C? Hard to believe, but there are 10 different hunting seasons getting underway this Monday. So your question again is, how many hunting seasons are starting this Monday? Is it A, none, it's a holiday, B, 5, or is it C, 10?
406-721-1290 if you have not been a prize winner of any kind in the past 6 months. And while we wait for a winner, let's head on up to the fish camp and check in with Chancey in Kalispell.
Good morning, Montana. Chance here at Chancey's Fish Camp up in Kalispell to give you that weekly fishing report. Still a lot of whitefish going out in the big lake. Been a lot of good reports all week. I still out there hitting them. Out there around Yellow Bay's been pretty productive north of Yellow Bay. Still hearing a few over around Shelter Island area, Rollins, Dayton, a little bit off West Shore towards Painted Rocks. And still fish up on that north end there. Out off the Delta. A lot of smaller fish this year, but they are getting some fish, kind of hit and miss. Been hearing over kind of towards the Big Fork side around Wayfarers. So still good number of fish out there. Some lake trout mixed in. Guys are throwing some big tube jigs as they're fishing for whitefish, picking some up, some big dead bait out in that 50, 60 foot of water. Trolling out a little bit deeper too. Big flatfish has been pretty productive in that 50 to 70 foot range for some nice lake trout. Other action going on. Get some decent reports out Lake Marinan. Sounds like the perch are finally starting to pick up. It's always good fall fishery. Out in that 25, 30 foot of water has been pretty productive. Small jigs like we use ice fish and Haley jigs. John Thomas tackle, JT tackle, his tail draggers are pretty good. A little bit of kokanee action going on down there too. But the fish have been nice. Been hearing some up to 12, 14 inches. The kokanee action's still been good out at Thompson Chain. We've been out there picking up our limits off and on. Middle Thompson, Lower Thompson. Trolling's been good out there on middle, out in about 50 feet of water. Fish are coming through that 30 to 50 foot range pretty consistently. Trolling small dodgers, small flashers with little micro squids, wedding ring spinners, all that's really good. Lower Thompson's been good. The fish are pretty close to the same size in both lakes in that 12 to 16 inch range, so nice fish. Just be sure to check your regulations on those kokanee because they're kind of different on each body of water, so the limit's different. Bitterroot's been pretty decent, hearing some decent reports, guys out there trolling, getting some nicer fish. The water is still pretty low, so kind of tough to get in there, but they are getting on it and getting some decent fish. Ashley's kind of been about the same. Dickey Lake's been good. Been hearing good reports up there on some decent fish. If you want to do some trout fishing, Van Lake sounds like it's been pretty productive the last few weeks. The Beaver Chain Lakes, Murray, Dollar, Little Beaver, they've all been pretty good. Pike fishing down the sloughs is starting to pick up a little bit with some cooler nights. Guys been hitting it early in the morning, throwing some big jerk baits. And Fenton, Church, Half Moon been pretty productive. Some decent bass out on Echo Deep. Guys fishing in that 20 to 25 foot range, picking up some nice smallmouth, a few good largemouth. Some lake whitefish out there too. Guys out jigging in that 35 to 40 foot of water, picking up some decent whitefish. They're not as big as flathead, but still pretty nice fish. So a lot of action going on still some nice weather. So I hope everybody has a great Labor Day weekend. Be safe out there.
All right, thank you, Chancey. Our contestant on the line for Placer Motors Trivia, Eric Hatzel in Billings. How are you this morning, Eric?
Doing well.
All right, thank you for listening. Lay it on them there, Downrigger.
Brother Eric, so how many hunting seasons are there that are starting this Monday in Montana? Is it A, none, B, there are 5, or is it C, there are 10 different hunting seasons getting underway this Monday?
What do you think, Eric?
I'm going to go with C.
Mm-hmm.
Nailed it.
Yeah, 10 seasons getting underway. Hard to believe. Now, here they are. There are beaver trapping starting, common snipe and mourning dove seasons are getting underway. Also, the special permit season for Rocky Mountain sandhill crane. Fall turkey season's also underway. The mountain sage and sharp-tailed grouse seasons. And last but not least, falconry. So me and Xerxes will be out getting ready to hunt.
Thank you, Eric. We'll get your prize package mailed out to you, all right? Locally owned Air Quality Mechanical, providing the best in service for Missoula's heating and cooling needs for over 31 years. Your furnace has been in hibernation, and that's fine, but you don't want it sleeping on the job when the time comes to use it again. That's why you want to schedule a pre-season furnace tune-up with the local experts at Air Quality Mechanical. The demand is high, so the sooner you schedule, the more prepared you'll be. Ask about joining the free service club, too. Air Quality Mechanical, tough enough to drive pink.
The only real estate agent I trust right here in Missoula and the surrounding areas is Jason Baker with the Jason Baker team at Rise Realty. Hey, Sean Hannity here. You know, I've bought and sold real estate around our great country for many, many years now. I have learned that you get the most money selling your home when you work with a trusted local real estate agent who has a proven track record. Now, Jason can give you an instant cash offer, or with his accelerated demand program, well, he turns up the marketing and gets you the most money for your home. Now, you need a friend who will be honest with you about pricing, has the right type of marketing, and can attract the right buyer. Now, don't take one of those quick cash offers from an out-of-town company. You will lose thousands in fees and equity. Get a local expert who can advise you, get eyes on your home, and who wants to help you get the most out of your largest investment. Call Jason at 552-4443. Online, jasonbakerteam.com. That's jasonbakerteam.com.
With KGRZ Sports, I'm Ace Sauerwein with the Daily Update, brought to you by Republic Services, TDS Fiber, and Groundworks. FCS football this weekend. Specifically, let's look at the Big Sky. A full slate across the Big Sky Conference. The Bobcats take on Oregon Saturday at 2. That'll be broadcast on Big Ten Network. Sacramento State, the new look Hornets, they'll have a massive test in Brookings against the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. That is a 5 o'clock kick on ESPN+. Eastern Washington will try and hand Incarnate Word their second loss in as many weeks to begin the season. Eastern will travel to San Antonio Saturday at 5 o'clock. Idaho State looking for their first win. They take on Southern Utah at 6:30 on ESPN+. Northern Arizona is in Tempe against the 11th-ranked Arizona State Sun Devils in the FBS. And finally, Idaho and Washington State, the Battle of the Palouse. That's a look at sports. I'm Ace Sauerwein.
Hunters, don't let the hunt begin until you have the right clothing from CHS Mountain West Co-op. Hunters, CHS has your warm jackets, caps, gloves, hiking boots, and waterproof boots for your backcountry trips. Remember to grab snacks, drinks, propane, and gas, too. CHS Mountain West Co-op has what you need for a great hunt so you can keep your eye on the target. Good luck, hunters, from CHS Mountain West Co-op in Missoula and Ronan.
Your one-stop ranch and home store, Mountain West Cooperative.
The Montana Outdoor Radio Show is brought to you in part by Missoula Chevrolet, Tire-Rama, Brett's RV and Marine, and by Placer Motors. Once again, here's the captain and his crew.
But first, why don't we take a look at your weather forecast for west of the Continental Divide? Looks like this today, mostly sunny. Areas of fog, highs in the mid-80s. Tonight, mostly clear, haze, lows in the mid-40s to lower 50s. Sunday, mostly sunny in the morning, then becoming partly cloudy. Gotta have some haze, and highs are going to be in the mid-80s to lower 90s. Labor Day, mostly clear, lows in the upper 40s to mid-50s, highs in the upper 80s to mid-90s. Don't forget, gang, we got the go-to website's going to be fired up. They don't take no weekend off there. They're going to have all kinds of great news, pictures, videos. You got it it. It's the go-to website, MontanaOutdoor.com.
And that there, Riggercast, a presentation of Superior Hardwoods of Montana. We will be back with Brett French, the outdoor editor of the Billings Gazette, in 1 minute.
Superior Hardwoods, locally owned, Montana proud, ready to help. Hi, I'm Corey with Superior Hardwoods. If your walls could talk, wouldn't you want them to tell a story? At Superior Hardwoods, we offer wall paneling that speaks volumes, including our signature Rocky Mountain reclaimed paneling. It's crafted from authentic reclaimed American wood, full of character, color, and texture that can't be duplicated. Each board is a piece of America's history, reimagined for today's homes, cabins, and commercial spaces. From barnwood warmth to weathered industrial charm, our paneling adds instant depth and soul to any space. If you're after something new, we also stock new fir and pine paneling if you are wanting a more modern look. Come see us at our showroom on Highway 93 South in Missoula, or explore our products online at superior-hardwoods.com. Superior Hardwoods, let us guide you through the woods and into America's past.
In Miles City, please shop Red Rock Sporting Goods. They are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing. And welcome back to more of the Montana Outdoor Radio Show with Brett French, the outdoor editor of the Billings Gazette. Hey, Brett, good morning.
Good morning.
You shared with MontanaOutdoor.com thousands of acres of easement per Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks, right?
Yeah, the Fish, Wildlife, and Parks Commission approved recently almost 122,000 acres across Montana of conservation easements. The largest of those is up in your guys' neighborhood in that Flathead region, Green Diamond. Resources, a permanent easement on almost 59,000 acres, perpetual easement, so folks will be able to access that for hunting forever. So that was the biggest one. And then the other perpetual conservation easement was in the Fergus County area right along the Missouri Breaks, really important bighorn sheep habitat, the Stafford Ferry Conservation Easement. That one's been in the works for a while, so people were happy to get that one over the finish line. And then there's about 68,000 acres that were approved in these shorter term 30 and 40-year conservation habitat leases that Fish, Wildlife, and Parks started a few years ago to try. And their goal is 500,000 acres. They still got only about 30% of the way towards that goal. But and there's questions how much of that 68,000 acres will make it over the finish line, because there's still some due diligence to do, but still a great effort. These also provide public access. So hopefully the Fish, Wildlife, and Parks will develop some kind of portal so people can get online and figure out where these places are and how to access them in the future for hunting. And bird watching and hiking
and all that stuff. I'm glad you mentioned Paper Trail, where what is the process? I mean, these latest ones, has this been in the works for a really long time?
The Stafford Ferry one started in 2023, so that was a bit of a heft because the rules changed in between when it was proposed and when it kind of got over the finish line. So there were some new hurdles for it to clear. These conservation easements, they've been putting those together, the habitat conservation easements, the 30, 40-year leases, in pretty quick time. And I think that's why they still have some work left to do on them, just because there's so many of them and they're intricate, they have to determine an appraised value. But overall, I mean, it's going to put a lot of money in Eastern Montana ranchers' pockets. And as one speaker noted, keep Montana lands in Montana hands. So that's good.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like something that there would be a lot of objections and pushback for, but, people, was there a lot of objection or pushback on any of this?
One of them came from a representative of a mining company who owns some mineral rights up in that Flathead region to the Green Diamond properties. So they argued against allowing this perpetual easement because it could come in and cause surface disturbance if they decide to mine the area. That was the main one. Some folks also think that rather than these short-term conservation leases, they'd rather see the money from hunters, the Montana Habitat Foundation or Fund, go towards permanent conservation easements or outright purchases to guarantee that public access rather than these shorter-term agreements.
Got it. Brett French, the outdoor editor of the Billings Gazette. How about fishing and outdoor recreation opportunities in your part of the state? How have things been going?
Well, we're seeing some cooling temperatures, which is good. You guys probably noticed they dropped some of the restrictions on fishing in Yellowstone National Park with the cooler weather. They went to like Hoot-owl restrictions on the Gibbon, Madison, and Firehole rivers because of these. They got some rain and cooler nights. And we got a little moisture here last night, and so that's good. It's wetting things down because it sure is dry out there. And people this weekend, I hope, are really careful because most of these starts have been lightning recently, but there's always that human element that adds to the problem as well.
Right. Do not get complacent. Brett French, the outdoor editor of the Billings Gazette. Thank you, Brett. We'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thanks.
See you, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fish On. Fish On Charters with Captain Matt McComb on Flathead Lake. Matt, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Fish On Charters, Matt. Captain Matt right here. How's everybody doing?
Excellent.
Brother Matt.
All right, we're on the east shore today, just south of Woods Bay, almost to Yellow Bay. We're hitting the shorelines here, looking for those Lake Superior whitefish. We literally just got our lines in the water. There's fish on the screen, so I haven't screamed fish on yet and grabbed the net quite yet, but literally we're minutes into it. We're marking fish, but everything's been good. Guys, it's been a great week out here. The weather's been unbelievable. We got cool mornings, 58, 59-degree mornings, and nice 80-degree midday. So, yeah, it's been a great week. I took a couple old boys from Anaconda out the other day, Aaron and Dwayne, and they listened to the outdoor radio show, and that's why they booked with us. And they had a great time. They took home a whole cooler full of whitefish. I got them all filleted up for them, and they loved it. They had a great time, and they're listening right now. So hello and thank you to Aaron and Dwayne from Anaconda.
Hey, Aaron and Dwayne.
Aaron and Dwayne.
Right on. No, it's been the weather's just been really cooperating with us up here. Not too hot. We've had a little bit of wind. We had some thunderstorms come through last night. Got a little bit of rain, a little bit of lightning. So we're hoping that doesn't change the bite today. But yeah, guys, the key to whitefish I've been seeing this last week is continually to move. If you spot a few fish, get on them. If they don't bite, move 10 feet shallower, 5 feet deeper. Just keep moving around till you find the biting fish. That's been real key, whether we're fishing west side or east side. Methodist camp, Lutheran camp's been doing real well. Angel Point, we got a few off Angel Point. I know the guys fishing the Delta are getting a few up there still. So, yeah, I sent you guys a picture of the bellies of one of the whitefish last night. Yeah. We're still getting those 3 or 4 different sizes of perch fry. So that's a good sign that we've got a lot of young perch out here still. So it should push our whitefish bite well into the September, maybe even October. Who knows?
Yeah, no kidding.
We're going to be out here every day lugging after them. So, yeah, guys, anybody wants to get on a boat with Cameron and I, we've got a few openings in the next 10 days, 844-FISH, or come see us at fishonchartersmt.com.
Hey, Matt, were your ears burning? Because Ross Tate was on my podcast here. In fact, it's dropped today, talking about whitefish fishing, and we were talking about you being one of the top persons in the world to catch these things. And I got some emails already from folks wondering and you said you have some openings in the next 10 days, but some folks were asking, hey, does he have any openings? I want to learn. And so sounds like you do.
Get a hold of us. Yeah, get a hold of us, guys. We will put you on the whitefish one way or another.
Fantastic.
I got to get back to my clients here and see what's going on back there. Otherwise, guys, have a great Labor Day weekend. Be safe out there, and we'll talk to you next week.
You got it. Thank you, Captain Matt McComb, Fish on Charters on Flathead Lake. And when we come back, I think we should try to get a hold of Debbie at Silos RV.
Yeah.
See what's happening in the
Wonder
Helena
if she's
area
got any
there.
concerts on the porch happening.
You be sure to ask.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, she
Okay.
always seems to have something fun going on.
You
there.
just raise your hand and I will let you on.
All right.
Okay.
Very good.
All right. Okay. When we come back, right after this.
Attention anglers, when it comes to fishing, only one name stands above the rest: Warrior Boats. Built by fishermen for fishermen, Warrior Boats deliver unmatched stability, performance, and reliability in any waters. From tournament days to quiet mornings, Warrior Boats are designed to help you conquer the water with ease. Built tough and built right. Built for warriors like you. Find your ultimate fishing machine today at warriorboatsinc.com. Warrior Boats. Go farther, fish longer, and own the Montana waters.
Fall isn't just a season, it's an adventure. From mountain passes to weekend tailgates, are your tires ready for what's next? Tirerama can help you tackle it all with an exclusive deal on the entire Cooper tire line. Buy any 3 Cooper car, truck, or SUV tires and get the 4th 50% off. This offer is only at Tirerama and it's gone after September 6th. Find your neighborhood store at Tirerama.com.
Tirerama, we'll get you there.
You can't beat camping and fishing in Montana as you sit by a campfire after a great day of fishing. Know what the fish bite on and get the gear for camping that works for you from a Montana outdoor-approved sporting goods store. They always give you the best products, service, and advice. In Helena, shop Capital Sports. In Lewistown, shop the Sports Center. And in Miles City, shop Red Rock Sporting Goods. They all have local knowledge and are Montana outdoor approved for hunting and fishing.
Whether you're working the land, running the ranch, hauling gear to the hunt, or chasing trout across Montana, you need a truck that pulls its weight. And you need a dealership that makes the process simple. That's where Missoula Chevrolet comes in, locally owned right here in Missoula. They offer one low price, plain and simple. With over 400 vehicles, including dependable Silverado light-duty and heavy-duty trucks, they've earned the title of the Captain's Truck Center.
You better believe it. I count on the team at Missoula Chevrolet to get me the right Silverado for the job and the adventure. I travel all over this great state, towing my fifth wheel and boat, and my 3/4-ton Silverado handles it like a champ. Plus, you can't beat the no-hassle buying experience at Missoula Chevrolet. Their non-commissioned sales team always has my best interest at heart.
Get behind the wheel of a new truck from Missoula Chevrolet and see what the captain's talking about. Together, let's drive at MissoulaChevrolet.com.
You're listening to The Captain.
I love you, you love me, you love me, you love me, you love me.
Thanks for joining us this morning on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
In Glasgow, Montana, would you please shop D&G Sports and Western? They're Montana outdoor approved for hunting and fishing. Before we talk to Debbie at Silos, let's check in with Mike at Rocky Mountain Supply in Dillon.
This is your fishing report from Rocky Mountain Supply for the week of August 29th. The beaverhead has dropped a little more down to 427 CFS. Hoot-owl conditions from Beaverhead Rock north to the confluence with the Jefferson. We've got some crane flies at dawn and dusk. Otherwise, we're still in a little bit of PMDs left around. So pheasant tails, TNT, parrots. Evening, if you want to go at night, you might get something on a mouse. Tricos late in the day, and then downriver, we've got some good hopper action going on. The big hole is closed to fishing completely, as is the Jefferson. The Ruby has bumped up just a little bit to 262. Hoot-owl regulations from Duncan District Road Bridge down to the confluence with the Beaverhead. Tricos in the morning, late morning. So Trico spinners and parachute adults in the afternoons. Good hopper bite going on over on the Ruby. Beadhead droppers are working well under the hoppers if they're not looking up. And, of course, you got a decent streamer bite early in the day and late in the day. And that concludes our fishing report for this week. And we hope to see you down at Rocky Mountain Supply to help you out with any of your fishing tackle needs.
All righty. Thank you, Mike. Debbie at the Silos RV and Canyon Ferry. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Boy, that was a fabulous fishing report.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Can you match that one, Deb?
Well, I was just going to say ditto. And
call it good. Yes.
We only get professional correspondence on
Yes,
here.
exactly.
Ditto. Yeah. Okay. Thank. Great.
What
Bye.
he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, what that guy said.
Yeah. So the lake here is dropped so much. It's getting very difficult to get in and out of the boat ramps at some of your most favorite places like the silos. You do have to have your prop up. You do have to know where that channel is. And probably by the end of today, tomorrow, you may be having to push it just a little bit to get along out into the big water.
Okay.
Somebody told me down on the south end, it's so low that towards the middle of the lake, they were stranded on a sandbar for a bit.
Oh, man. Wow.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
So it is getting so your favorite deep honey holes are not that deep right now.
Yeah.
So yep. Algae is a little bit worse this week than last week. And then, like I said, with that water dropping, the water's not moving that algae along.
Mm-hmm.
So watch it in the bays there. Other than that, the fishing especially for trout is still fabulous.
Great.
People are still getting walleyes, and they're using all different colors and all different methods. But those walleyes are staying in the 25 to 30 foot range. Haven't heard a lot about perch, which is the other big one that people go for here. And so I don't know anything about the perch right now. But yeah, weather has been beautiful for the last weekend of summer.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. And what all's going on at the silos?
Oh, we were going to have the Moonshine Band this today. They ended up canceling. They had something come up, and so they ended up canceling. So we're not doing anything other than waving goodbye to everybody.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
We should get the band together.
Yeah.
And,
maybe you should just get out on the deck and start singing for them, Debbie.
Yeah, so way back when my daughter was teeny tiny and I'm singing her bedtime songs, lullabies, and she might have been about 4, and she looked up at me and she goes, you don't have to do that.
please stop.
That's really sweet of you, but
and she still
don't do
says that to this day. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, mine used to just put their hands up on my mouth all the time.
Yeah.
Well, for reservations and fishing stuff and all of that, get a hold of the Silos RV and Debbie. And Debbie, what's the number to call there, Deb?
406-266-3100, and you guys enjoy this wonderful last day of summer. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Debbie. Will do. Debbie at the Silos RV, Labor Day weekend, of course, and Labor Day, I don't know, Labor Day lore or something like that with Downriver Dale.
Well, yeah, there's that saying that you're not supposed to wear white after Labor Day.
Oh, yes, that's a fashion faux pas.
Right. So where did that come from?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'll tell you, this stems from the 19th century social customs of the wealthy elite who wore white for the summer vacations to signal their leisure class status.
Oh.
So you were not to bother them or anything because they were on vacation with the white.
I would bother them so much.
I would too, yeah. And also was to show that they are not commoners, because commoners didn't wear white because they work in the with their hands and they would get dirty. So it was kind of a do you know who I am kind of thing.
Wow. I never knew any of that. I just assumed it was some kind of a marketing ploy by clothing companies to try to sell more,
just
darker colored fashion come
just
September.
The snobs doing their snob thing.
Okay.
But,
so basically a warning.
Yeah, I was always the opposite. I wore the darker clothes in the summer because that way it would not show the mustard and stuff that I would spill on myself during the barbecues.
Every time you wear white.
Oh, yeah. It's just not good.
We get you down
A lot
there.
of wine stains, too. Yeah. Try to talk and drink at the same time. It
The
gets
barbecue.
Back to wrap up the show
Let's go.
right after this.
Whoopsie.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed mold, mildew, bowing walls, or water in your basement? I hope not, but if you have, your basement is losing the war against groundwater. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
If you're a small to medium-sized local business in the home services space, contractors, electricians, plumbers, HVAC, roofers, and you're using Google local service ads, search, SEO, Meta, or buying third-party leads, it's time we talk. This is Scott Richmond from Town Square, Missoula, and we've launched a brand new Ignite in-home services group focused on helping businesses like yours grow smarter. Call me at 523-9833 to set up a quick meeting. Let's make your marketing work harder and get you better leads.
If you support ethical hunting in Montana, conservation and youth programs, you won't want to miss the Western Montana Chapter Safari Club International Banquet, Thursday, September 4th at Missoula's Hilton Garden Inn. It's a celebration of conservation and a shared passion for the Montana outdoors. A great dinner, games, raffles, live auction, and more with the Western Montana Chapter of SCI. September 4th at the Hilton Garden Inn. Doors open at 4:30, dinner at 7. Tickets and lots more information available at WMTSCI.org. That's WMTSCI.org.
With bike season in full swing, the Bicycle Hangar is here to keep Missoula out and riding. At the Bicycle Hangar, we have an extensive inventory with Western Montana's largest selection of bikes from Giant, Yeti, Jamis, and the largest variety of e-bikes in town. Along with tools, clothing, and protective gear, the Bicycle Hangar has everything you could dream of to get out and enjoy the trails. Add on a top-notch service center, e-bike rentals, and free service for life. At the Bicycle Hangar, we want to be your bike shop.
The Bicycle Hangar, 1801 Brooks, across from Baskin-Robbins in Missoula. Every Montana Grizzly football fan knows how important it is to visit Happy Days Car Wash before and after every home game. Among other things, this season, your vehicle will get a messy buildup of Eastern Washington Eagle feathers, Indiana State Sycamore slop, Cal Poly Mustang mush, and of course, MSU Bobcat scat. Happy Days Car Wash is ranked #1 at removing these messes, so you'll always be a good-looking Grizz. Senior and veteran discounts every day. Clean car, Happy Days Car Wash on Brooks between Fairbridge Inn and Pizza Hut.
This is the captain. Before we ramp up the Montana Outdoor Radio Show, I want to invite you to join us on our local hunting show, Hunter's Breakfast, with my crew and me every Friday morning at Paradise Falls. We'll have the latest on the various hunting seasons and keep you up to date on fall fishing opportunities too. Hunter's Breakfast from the banks of Brooks at Paradise Falls in Missoula, and heard live from 8 to 9 Friday mornings on News Talk, KGVO AM 1290 and 98.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
The best things of life are worth waiting for.
Once again, from the command center, here's the captain and his crew.
And you know, this show has been so darn good this morning because we are fueled by Valor Coffee, Kokanee Quinn?
Which is also darn good, especially the campfire coffee, which is what we're drinking today.
Very delicious.
Now, Valor Coffee is out of Lincoln. You can find them online, valorcoffee.com. That's Valor with 2 L's, VALLER coffee.com. The campfire coffee is a Mexico dark roast, and it is delicious.
Get you some.
Check that out. Yeah.
We kind of rotate 4 different blends, and they're just all fabulous.
And the artwork on their bags is really cool, too. So I love that.
Hey, what did Garrett Osler have to say?
Well, he says all is good on Hebgen, and the Madison below Hebgen and the Brown are on the move to the spawning waters.
All
You
right.
know, Debbie was talking about that shallow on Canyon Ferry.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, great story. A friend of mine driving along on Canyon Ferry this time of year was getting real shallow, and he said, "Look at that. That is so weird. It looks like those birds are standing up on the water." And they were standing up, but not on the water.
Right?
And off across the shallow he went on the boat.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Really a great number there. But yeah, look at that. It looks like they're standing on the water.
Hey, do enjoy the fruits of your labor on this Labor Day weekend. We sure appreciate you listening and look forward to seeing you next Saturday from 6 to 8 right here on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. So long, everybody.
Finding a clean, secure storage facility is like finding a needle in a haystack. Whether you're moving, storing your car, or just need some extra space around the house, Y West Storage has all of your storage needs covered. With competitive pricing, reliable customer service, and high security, Y West stands above the rest. Conveniently located at the Y on 7099 Smokes Way, give them a call today at